Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Hussain Qazi here, your facilitator for the subject Strategic Business Reporting, Advanced Financial Management and the Financial Management. First of all, very welcome to all of you for Strategic Business Reporting Question Practice Course, SBR QPC. My first formal statement is that for the sake of the SBR preparation, are you people really worried about SBR exam practicing, including drafting technique? If the answer is yes, SBR question practice course will definitely support you for the right direction, for the development of the right direction towards the success of the exam. Students, for any project of the life, for any project of the life, and of course SBR preparation and the success is actually a project of your life, requires four important variables. The success variables based on four components. Number one, self-confidence. You have to develop confidence that yes, you can do that. Daring, that's a courage you have, that SBR is a syllabus that's need to cover and pass with the upcoming exam. Positive mindset, avoid negativity, always be positive. And finally, whatever the strategy you have developed, make a focused and well-disciplined structure. These four components are the variables for the success. Students, SBR question practice course by Hussain Qazi will definitely support for all these components. Students, I am Hussain Qazi. A brief profile. Alhamdulillah, 15 years of teaching experience for ACC qualification. A specialized subject for teaching strategic business reporting, advanced financial management, associate with Tabani School of Accountancy, Platinum Status College in Pakistan, and also a founding member of HusseinQazi.com, a platform for online learning facilitation. Alhamdulillah, multiple times my students got nationwide position, not in Pakistan, beyond the Pakistan as well. I've conducted multiple exam focus sessions with the invitation of the ACCA body in Pakistan and international forum as well. I'm a chartered certified accountant and serving as a director in HRS network as well. You can contact me during official hours through WhatsApp 0092 321 827 1784. I strongly suggest you people must have to join us with WhatsApp group, that's SBR Talk Exam Support Session by Hussain Qazi. The WhatsApp link available below the video. If you are watching the video through YouTube, see the description, you will be able to get the link of the WhatsApp group. Students, what's the agenda of this session? What is the agenda of this session? These are the agenda of this session. Number one, SBR question practice course objective. Number one. Number two, what is the right approach for SBR preparation? Number three, understand the examiner mindset, because for any paper of ACC qualification, if you require success, you actually prepare your subject according to the examiner expectation. Number four, quickly overview the syllabus, what inside the syllabus. Number five, what is SBR exam structure with new changes, and what are the real challenges and how to come these challenges as well. Finally, SBR QPC execution. First, we will cover these 4 points and then move on for the rest of the 4 points. Let's start. So let's start with the first agenda point, SBR question practice course objective. So very specifically, the SBR question practice course, it's about exam practice material. With this question practice course, we will cover the exam practice material, pure exam practice material, number 1. Number 2, with this exam practice material, we will also cover the smart techniques. For the success of the exam, you require hard work, but parallel the smart work. Number 3, my suggested solutions. All exam practice material which is available with the question practice course, I will also share suggested solution. Suggested solution means the exam solution with the student's caliber, because the ACCA model answer, it's not actually student caliber, it's not actually student standard. So easy understandable suggested answer with a marking scheme, all these things are available. So that is primarily objected to do the SBR QPC. But this is what inside the QPC. Huh? But my prime objective for all these things is about bridging the expectation gap between examiner expectation and your preparation. Bridging the expectation gap between examiner expectation and your preparation. My primarily objective is whatever the material that's exam practice material, whatever the material like smart techniques, whatever the material like suggested solutions, all these preparation, all these things, when I was working on this, so the brain works. Beside this working, it's about how to facilitate students to bridging the expectation gap between examiner and your preparation. So number 1, students, your revision, your preparation about SBR must be with balance approach. Sir, what does that mean, balance approach? This is what about the 5 components of the syllabus. 5 components. You must have to bear in your mind for SBR preparation. There are 5 syllabus areas. All IFRS, conceptual framework, ethical implications, performance measurement, current development. But the point is that you have to prepare your studies with this balance approach. Balance approach means if from now till exam date you are planning for preparation and revision, you have to invest your time about 55 to 60% related to IFRS, 8 to 10% about conceptual framework, 7 to 9% ethical implication, 8 to 12% performance measurement, 10 to 12% current development. This is what about the exam diagnosis. This is what about exam weightage. So you have to develop your strategy with a balance approach. This is called the balance approach. This is called the balance approach. That's the key point. So invest your time with this proportion. If student invest majority of the time, and the student normally do that, student normally prepare or invest 80 to 85 or 90% time only for IFRS. But what about the rest? Only 10% time you invest for 2, 3, 4, 5, which reflect 40% of the paper. So balance approach is very important. That's important. Now, another point, you have to develop your study approach with this statements of the examiner. You need to develop your mind. You need to develop your mind according to the examiner mindset. What does that mean? Assume that you are an accountant of this entity, that's British Airways. You are an accountant. And what your examiner expect? Assume that the transaction has made. Transaction means British Airways just renovated all the interior of the aircrafts. That is the transaction. Examiner expecting from your side that you must have to develop ability to express your knowledge, express like this guy. But during examination hall, it's not possible to stand up and present something. So how you will show your ability for the presentation? That is drafting the answer. Drafting the answer. That's a key point. So examiner here says that the ability to explain your working is essential. That is required in workplace, and it is for that reason that examining team has taken this approach. So first thing, based on examiner expectations, that have to develop ability to explain your workings. And my question practice course emphasize very much about that drafting, how to draft the answer, how to develop ability to explain your answer. Number two, your mindset about the SBR preparation for this statement. The paper is not about financial reporting. It's about strategic business reporting. What does that mean? Previously, you studied the subject FR, F7, FR, but this subject name is not AFR. In fact, the subject name is SBR. So any one of the student, if realize that or consider that the syllabus is only about advanced accounting standard or advanced financial reporting. No, the syllabus is about more than accounting standard that we discussed earlier with the slides. Syllabus about 5 components, not only accounting standard, not only conceptual framework, but also performance measurement, the investor perspective, also current development, also about ethics. So subject is not accounting standard, but also about more than accounting standard. That's called SBR. Number three statement. Third one. Examine at least one question where examiner expect you have to draft your answer according to investor perspective, not the financial, not like accountant. What does that mean? In exam question, here examiner says that candidates not only from the point of view of preparer of corporate reports, but also from perspective of investor. For example, if I'm saying that IS 40 investment property, so as accountant, your role is that you have to draft answer that cost model or fair value model. So cost or fair value model accounting is the answer with viewpoint of accounting or accountant. But if accountant report the investment property as cost model or the fair value model. What will be the impact on the decision of the user of financial statement? How investor, how investor see, how investor observe the cost model or fair value model. For example, cost model is a consistent model, but the fair value model is something, some inconsistency. Sometimes fair value up, sometimes down. So that's the impression with respect to the investor. That's the point. So the point is that what we have covered till now, number one, till now we have covered the important aspect. You have to prepare your SBR studies technically according to examiner expectation. Number one, balance approach. That the subject is not accounting standard only, but more than that. That's 5 areas. Invest according to the weightage. First point. Number two, ability to explain answer. Number three, sometimes you have to draft answer and you need to practice answer with viewpoint of investor, not only maker of the financial statement. That is technical side. And we also covered the soft side. Number one, self-confidence. You have to develop self-confidence. Passionate. Dare. Yes, have to do that. Continuous motivation. Number three, the third point, the very important point, positivity. Avoid negativity. And the final, well-disciplined. Must be committed to cover the syllabus on time. Assignment submission on time. Mock on time. So well-disciplined. So examiner expectations plus these soft elements, definitely, may Allah, God willing, you will be able to qualify exam. Now, quickly, what are the syllabus details? 5 areas of the syllabus. That's we already covered. 5, one by one. Accounting standard. Accounting standard. Number one, the phase 1 of the accounting standard is about group accounts. So you can split your accounting standard in 4 parts. Number one, group accounts. These are the contents. Don't worry, the PowerPoint slides, PDFs available with the attached link. With the attached link that's available description of the video on the YouTube. Don't worry. Subscribe my YouTube channel. You can find this video, and the description of the video includes WhatsApp group link. Also, the PDF document link. Don't worry. So these are the 6 topics of the group accounts. Number 2, extensive accounting standard. Extensive accounting standard. Financial instrument, taxation, employee benefits, share-based payment, leasing, revenues. Extensive means it's very time consuming, very extensive. So first, group accounts. Number 2, extensive accounting standard. These 6 are less extensive accounting standards. Less extensive. Mean these 6 accounting standards you will be able to cover hardly 3 to 4 hours. Maximum 5 hours. And these are prior knowledge accounting standard. Equal important. Prior knowledge accounting standard, equal important. So number 1, these are the syllabus related to accounting standard. Number 2, for accounting standard, about accounting standard, these are examiner statement. You have to develop ability to explain the principle behind the calculation with your own wording. For example, if you have studied IS 36 and you have to respond about the IS 36. So knowledge about the IS 36, for example, knowledge related to impairment indication and impairment test. So you can just get the knowledge and draft with your own wordings. It's not necessary exactly use the standard wordings. Use the own wordings. Number two, if the question requires calculation, so also develop ability to explain the calculation. So explain the accounting standard principles and explain the calculations. These two components required. Examiner expect that for all complicated real business cases, you have to demonstrate your ability that how accounting standard will be applicable. So that is what about accounting standard and examiner expectations. That's the point. Number two, conceptual framework. Very important. Conceptual framework. You know very well, IASB having two projects. Number one, accounting standard. Number two, conceptual framework. So to pass this exam, candidates require our in-depth knowledge of conceptual framework. In-depth knowledge of conceptual framework. That's a key point. In-depth knowledge of conceptual framework. That's a point. You must have to quickly read the conceptual framework topic, that is 2018. That includes qualitative characteristics, that's a knowledge, and also about the application. How to apply conceptual framework matter with the particular case. Number three, ethics. Ethics, very specific. Ethics examine with section A, question 2. We will discuss later with the slides. Number one, fundamental principles, as you already studied. F8, that is AA, or the law F4, same. ACJ Code of Ethics and Fundamental Principles, and what threats affect to these fundamental principles. So first, knowledge required about the threats and fundamental principles. And number two, application with the case. Application with the case. How to apply ethical aspects with any case. Number four, performance measurement. This is not about F7 ratios. This is more about investor perspective, including APM, sustainable reporting, integrated reporting, management commentary. We will cover with the question practice. SBR for performance measurement. SBR exam required candidates to adopt stakeholder focus in answering some question, as I discussed previously. That's examiner statement. Current developments. What are current developments? Current developments includes three components. If anything about new accounting standard, so how to cover these points about new accounting standard, that's a point. If about new business development like cryptocurrency, like pandemic, so how to report about the cryptocurrency in the pandemic, what accounting implications, climate change, what accounting implications, that's a point. Sustainable reporting, the new real world challenge about sustainable reporting. So we will cover with the question practice course how these three scopes of the current development will work out. These are the details of the current development, but we will cover the points later on, how to cover the current developments. So this is what about the first four agenda. Now, what we have covered is SBR objective. That's clearly about bridging the expectation gap. What's the right approach to study SBR? Balance approach. Examiner mindset that the paper is SBR, not advanced financial reporting. Drafting ability and investor perspective and syllabus inside. That's we have covered. Students, if you have any question till now, you can ask, because the second phase I'm going to start, that is about Point number 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can ask a question. You can ask any question. Who are taking the live session can ask the question. There's a question current issues could ask in SBR UK exam. The course about question practice course is about SBR International. SBR International. So SBR UK exam point of view, you can discuss with me individually on my WhatsApp number. But this is all about SBR International. How the QPC will execute? This is a question we will cover with the last 8 points. Primarily, the SBR QPC is a pre-recorded but regularly meet up on weekends and a system of progressive evaluation through the emails. Okay, you can ask more questions at the end of the session. Now we are moving ahead. Now, the important point, SBR exam format. SBR exam format based on 2 sections, section A, section B. Section A, question 1, 30 marks. Section A, question 2, 20 marks. Section B, question 3, 20 marks, 25 marks. Question 4, 25 marks. Now more detail. Section A, question 1, 30 marks. It's group accounts plus any other area, but majority about group accounts. Question 2, 20 marks is about accounting issues with ethical implications. Accounting issues with ethical implications. But the section B, question 3, 25 marks, question 4, 25 marks. Both questions of question 3 and 4, section B, both questions, any part of the syllabus other than ethics, including performance measurement and investor perspective. This is exam format. Yes, sir, what about the SBR changes? SBR changes key points. No change with syllabus content. No change with syllabus content. There's no change. The change has happened with respect to question number 1, exam structure. Question number 1, exam structure. Group accounts exam structure now become changed. That includes a pre-populated spreadsheet where 10 to 14 marks. It's about calculation, including correction of errors, identify the missing figures, some explanations as well, all these things. The detail about SBR changes, a video available on my YouTube channel where you can find all details of the SBR exam structure change. This is the link, and I will share this link with the description of this video that's available on the YouTube channel. So when this video upload on the YouTube channel, you will be able to find WhatsApp group, number 1. Number 2, this video link for SBR changes. Number 3, the PowerPoint slides, PDF copy link as well. Not to worry. Furthermore, SBR real challenges. the real challenge, the coverage of 100% syllabus and the revision of the 100% syllabus. Exam practice, drafting challenge, time management challenge, CBE platform challenge, all these challenges. But how to cover this? What's the solution, sir? Number one, the very important point. There are two components. Number one, syllabus coverage. Number two, exam practice. The solution is that you need to do both things simultaneously. You need to do both things simultaneously. You need to do both things simultaneously. Means if you're covering your syllabus, a phase, for example, you have covered some accounting standard, simultaneously you have to practice the question of exam standard. Number two, do not just practice the past paper, but simulate the past paper. Simulate. What is the meaning of simulate means, sir? Simulate means, for example, if I assign you 20 marks question, 20 marks question. So what you should do? You have to attempt question assuming you are sitting in the examination hall. Means exam condition. Number one, lock the timer, switch off your mobiles, means avoid distraction. Shut down the door, open the system, open CB format, and start attempt question like you are sitting in the examination hall. Like you are sitting in the examination hall. For example, 20 marks question, you have 35 minutes. Sorry, 45 minutes. For 25 marks question, you have 45 minutes. You have to start question and put your best effort. At the end of 45 minutes, if out of 25 you become able to attempt only 20 marks, no worries. No worries. Complete your question and then compare with my suggested answer or the model answer of the ACC. Believe me, if you attempt or simulate the exam questions, after 4, 5, 6 questions, you will feel the difference. You will feel the difference to develop the ability of, to develop the confidence and itself the motivation as well. Number 3, assignments, mock and the feedbacks. Assignment, mock and the feedbacks. This is what about the solution. Number 2, your highest motivation for the SBR success is that SBR passing rate is average 50%. 50% passing rate. Do you know that? This is not even the passing rate, the FR, F7 paper passing rate less than 50%. It's approx 46, 47%. Highest motivation for the SBR is about the percentage of the average 50%. This is highest motivation. You just need to prepare and revise your studies with the right track. With the right track. That's the point. SBR practice material, not the pass exam, practice material. These are SBR practice material. SBR March June 23 exam question for 7, March June 19. This is what about the sheet plus this specimen 1, 2 and ACC published more. Total 17 past papers. Sir, is this enough? It's more than enough. 17 multiplied by 4. 17 multiplied by 4 questions each paper. You have 68 questions. It's more than enough. This is your revision kit. Focus on quality, not quantity. If out of these 17 past papers, if I can assure you, if 60 to 70% of these questions you practice with exam simulation, believe me, you will easily get distinction. So this is the past papers and specimens. Finally, how SBR QPC will execute. Number one, the learning outcome of SBR QPC. The learning outcome. The brain work behind the SBR QPC is about bridging the expectation gap between your preparation and examiner expectation. So number one, SBR recent past exam practice session with drafting techniques. 8 questions of section A, 30 marks question, group accounts with the new format. 5 questions, section A, 20 marks question with ethics. 12 questions of section B, 25 marks question. So almost 25 questions. Inshallah, may Allah willing, I will provide more than that question. Don't worry. SBR drafting techniques, my support with the drafting technique with my suggested solution. SBR practice assignment and detailed feedbacks. SBR practice with the CB format, not manual. CB format or minimum with the Microsoft Word and Excel. SBR mock ACC published debriefing feedbacks, and I will also share one of my mock exam. How SBR QPC will work? SBR sessions are primarily pre-recorded, but blend with weekly live session every Saturday 7 p.m. Every Saturday 7 p.m. You will be able to get access to the lectures and material through portal. Number 2, weekly live session 7 p.m. and plus the correspondence with the email and the WhatsApp group. Who should register for this course? 2 class of students. Number 1, resetters who have attempted the exam before and not able to pass exam. Number 2, students who are appearing first time with the SBR but facing difficulties in attempting the questions. Success rule. Power of belief, self-confidence. Yes, I can do this. That's the point. Students, SBR QPC is ready for you. You can register with my course. If you have any question, you can ask, or you can contact me through WhatsApp +9232182717884. There's a question. Yes, there's a question. Very important question. Sir, is there possible to attempt 100% paper? I have given 2 attempts and leave and not able to attempt 100% paper. Students, mark my word about SBR, and I'm expert for the AFM as well. Whenever you are going for the examination of SBR and AFM as well, your brain should work that I am in the examination for the sake of 100% appropriate exam, appropriate answer, not 100% accurate. If your brain works in the exam that I have to perform 100% accurate, then it's never possible to complete your 100% exam. You have to attempt your past paper, or sorry, you have to attempt your exam paper and practice your papers, that I have to attempt 100% appropriate answer. Sir, what is the meaning of the appropriate? Can you please elaborate? Listen carefully. For example, I'm giving you one example. If you're attempting one question having four steps, step 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, you have done step 1 and you have entered with the step 2, but you have a confusion that step 2 it's right or wrong. I'm not confident. Don't worry. Number 1, take best assumption. Take best assumption and do your best with the step 2. Irrespectively, either it's wrong or right. And move for step 3, then 4. Sir, what happened if step 2 was wrong and connected with step 3 and 4? So do remember, ACCA already announced with the examiner report, it's mentioned clearly, own figure rule, OFR, own figure rule, which means if step 2 answer is wrong and connect with the step 3 and 4, your marker will assume your wrong figure, assume your step 2 wrong figure and move for step 3, 4. And if your step 3 and 4 procedure is right, you will get 100% marks for step 3, 4. So it's not possible that step 2 is wrong and connect with 3 and 4. 3 and 4 automatically become wrong. Not possible. So what you conclude with this point, appropriate exam means whenever you're stuck somewhere, don't waste your time. Take your best assumption and move forward. Move forward. Move accordingly. Move forward. And don't be fear that step 2 become wrong. Don't worry. This examiner will take own figure rule and then check step 3 and 4. That's a point. Another question. Sir, I failed by 49%, but I left last question because of time management. About time management, I have also told you with my session. And if you become registered with my course, I will emphasize regularly. You have to practice the question with exam conditions, exam simulation. Fix the timer and exam simulation. Fix the timer, exam simulation. That's a key point. That's a key point. So if you fail 49% or 48 or 47% and not able to manage the time, practice the question with the time management. Majority students just practice question, not the practice question according to the exam condition. That's called exam simulation. So do practice with exam simulation. So I hope that for both these questions I have answered. Please do reply me. Is this clear? Any more question you can ask me. About registration process, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. You will get all the details. It's not so expensive, don't worry. It's really worth for money. It's not about the money, it's about you need to think that if you are going to buy this course and invest your time, so are you investing on your time with the right course or not? That's a key point, rather than money. Of course, the money is important, but more important is um, should this course, will this course beneficial for you or not? That's a point. I will share you the complete details with the PDF format. You can get the things accordingly. By the way, students are very much satisfied with this course, not to worry about that. Another question, is your SBR course includes all SBR with new changes aspect? Number one, new changes is not about any syllabus change, it's exam format change. So with SBR question practice course, with new format of the question, number one, the specimen of the ACCA available, it's already built in with the SBR QPC course. Further questions I will add with the QPC course. But if 8 questions available with the QPC course of the group accounts, 3 to 4 questions with the new format that will be available. 1 question is still available. Further 3 will be available very soon by next 1 week. And out of 8, 3 to 4 questions with the previous format. But don't worry, I will provide you more questions. You will submit to me, and I will reply with the through the email, and you will be able to get confidence how to handle the new structure of the exam. By the way, new structure, it's now become easier because having more calculations with the pre-populated sheet. That's the point. Once you become registered, you will get my email as well. Email address. You will get the email address exactly, and then you will start correspondence through the email about the address. Once you become registered, you will be the part of the question practice course WhatsApp group, regular correspondence. You will get the email address as well where you submit the assignment, and I will reply you accordingly. Reply to you accordingly. Okay. Any more question? If you have any more question, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number +92 321 827 1784. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Just search Hussain Qazi, Hussain Qazi, SBR, or like that, Hussain Qazi ACCA lecturer. You will find my YouTube channel. Don't worry. Otherwise, I will also share the video link and the my YouTube channel link on the WhatsApp group, SBR Talk WhatsApp group. If you are not able to find anywhere the YouTube channel or SBR group, you can contact me with the WhatsApp number. I will share all the things. +92 321 827 1784. Okay. I hope that with this brief session, you really get some valuable inputs. And if you consider that, or if you feel that you got some valuable information, please do reply or do share your constructive feedback on the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp individual to me. Do share constructive feedback. I really appreciate for this. Okay, thank you very much. Take care a lot. Assalamu alaikum.